All right, well, first up this morning, we are learning about something called jamu. Have you heard about this?
I have not.
See, it's an herbal wellness tradition from Indonesia, usually consumed in a beverage form. Author Mette Murdaya is about to launch a new book all about jamu, and she says that we got a chance to, well, she says it's an age-old history, but then we got a chance to chat with her and learn more.
Jamu is an Indonesian herbal tradition that's been around for about 2,000 years, I think, and counting. And the literal meaning means herbal medicine. If you think about it, 2,000 years ago, we didn't really have doctors, but we have a lot of plants and flora and fauna. It's really what the healers would use as a healing tradition. We would take the herbs and the flowers and then mix it into, I guess, really super juicing, and then we would drink it for health. So predominantly it's a tradition that's drunk, but you can also put on your skin, like for beauty or for healing. Like if you got injured, sometimes you could use the leaves and actually heal your skin, or like treating it instead of bandages, or sometimes you just use it for anything like acne or zit.
So what are we making today? Are we making a juice or like a salve?
Yes, what we're making is a juice. So jamu is great because it really supports wellness, which means it supports you as the person. The one that we're making today is specifically for wellness support, so it's not necessarily for illnesses or you have a condition. So this is something that I love. It's like how America has apple juice, we have kunyit asam. And kunyit means turmeric and asam means tamarind. So literally it is made up of turmeric, and that's kind of what it looks like. It's like a ginger, but it's super orange on the inside for people who aren't familiar. And tamarind, which looks like an alien seed pod. It really does, because like you crack it open and you can kind of like see the crazy veins. It's super fun and it's super delicious. And this is kind of a tangy, sweet, and sour. So together it's something that's really refreshing, but also really good for you. So the way we would make it in Indonesia is we would cut up a lot of the turmeric into fine bits and boil it, and then we would cook the tamarind with it. So what I'm going to show you is how to make it here in the US when you don't have access to tamarind or turmeric. What I do is I actually blend the turmeric powder in some water, so you have kind of like a turmeric. And then for the tamarind, if you don't have the fruit, this is actually readily available in a lot of supermarkets, a lot of Indian supermarkets. Whole Foods has it, and actually some Latin supermarkets, they have it. We basically mix, and the thing with jamu is it's not exactly like the most precise recipe. There's a lot that goes with feeling, and that's part of the tradition. So like I'll say it was 3 tablespoons of turmeric, but you know, plus or minus, I mix it with water. Kind of looks like, you know, why not? Quarter cup. The tamarind, I do it for flavor. So some people who like more tangy will add a little more tamarind, and some people who like it less will add a little bit less. I think about 1 is enough.
Yeah. And
that's the thing with jamu, you kind of really go by taste and feel. So like this is the basic, stir, 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 stir. And then you add the sweetener, which is kind of like the sugar. We use what we call gula jawa, which tastes like this delicious caramel or like a palm sugar, but it's a little bit hard to get. Palm sugar kind of looks like this, but I like to use coconut sugar. Like 2 teaspoons, that should be fine.
it's more healthy, right, with the coconut sugar?
Yeah, that's the thing. So what makes jamu particularly unique is not only is it one, and this is what I talk about in the book, you go based on your own flavor and taste for what you think is good for you, but you also have the intention that I want to make this healthy. This has to be delicious, but it also has to be healthy, so you're not really making a trade-off. And that's really the key to the lifestyle.
Because honestly, if it's not drinkable, it's not that enjoyable, right?
No, and that's the whole thing. The key for jamu to survive, and that is such a good point. The reason the tradition has lasted for so long is imagine who's giving the jamu. Like a lot of the times it's healers who give it to their village community, but oftentimes it's like mothers giving it to their kids. Your kids are sick. Here you talk about chicken soup. There's like an arsenal of things you give to your kids. And imagine if it wasn't good for your kids or your kids refuse to take it, that tradition probably wouldn't pass on.
It wouldn't have survived.
No, and so you know it's like when you got to hide the vegetables and the cheese so like the kids eat it. There's definitely a similar thing. So like what I do in the US, just to give a little hack, here's kind of more the purist version. Like sometimes I'll just add some pineapple juice because it's also really good for you. And pineapple and turmeric actually helps, you know, the bioavailability of the turmeric, so it kind of super boosts it. So this is an example of where I can kind of go with it if I want.
That looks delicious, Mette. And I want to be able, if we can bring in one of the members of our New Day team. Gloria, if you can pop on in right now, I can't wait to ask, is this something that you drank as a child? Did you grow up with this, and do you still drink it today?
Well, I mean, back then when it depends on I live in capital lately. I used to live in Jakarta, but when you live in Java, probably more common.
You're so right. I'm from Jakarta also, and we did grow up with a whole the West is best and get everything from, like junk food and Coca-Cola, but there are actually a lot of Jammu cafes. In fact, there's one that I discovered not far from where I lived. It was a 3-generation family business of making herbal traditions. It's kind of like here we go to our favorite place to get our cappuccino to go. There you kind of get your health brew to go.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
Really interesting.
And I haven't tried it yet. We're going to try it later in the show. You're welcome to stick around and try a little Jamu. But yeah, it's something that I think is really unique that, I love when I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of it before either. If something is for wellness and is natural and organic and...
Yeah, and a huge part of Indonesian culture.
Right.
So
I'm here for it.
We're here for it.
Yeah.
So stick around for that later in the show. Gloria is actually going to join me to try it.
Oh, okay.
She'll help me mix it up.
Okay,
So
tell
it'll
me
be
how it
good.
is.
Yeah.